Today we're going to be rebuilding the New York Jets. It is time after a 2-6 start and losing to the 1-6 Patriots. I think it is officially time to say this team is now in rebuild mode. The Aaron Rodgers experiment hasn't worked out. The Robert Saleh experiment obviously didn't work out because he's not even the coach of the team anymore. They traded for Davante Adams, and now they're sitting here with a lot of expensive players. They also have a lot of young talent. They're just not using it correctly. So let's rebuild the New York Jets. Maybe with Aaron Rodgers, maybe not. His window is probably this year and maybe next year. That's probably it, though. After talking to my Jets fan friends, they basically just want to rip the whole thing to shreds and start from new. Honestly, I don't blame them at all. All right, let's get this Jets rebuild underway. Starting off by just entering this 2025 draft class. I don't know if it's any good, but we'll see. All right, let's just go over the roster real quick. So we have Aaron Rodgers, who's only an 82 overall. He does have superstar development, but I'm not sure how good he's going to be past this year. Breece Hall, a player who's definitely going to be a part of the future. So young, 23 years old, superstar development, 93 speed. I mean, this guy, he's a stud in real life. He's going to be a stud for us in this rebuild. I guarantee it. Obviously, new acquisition, Davante Adams. He's a little bit older. I think he's 32. He's 31. I think he's turning 32 soon. So he's probably, he's a high overall, so he's definitely going to be a part of the rebuild at first, but obviously he could be a trade candidate potentially after this year. Garrett Wilson's going to be a big part of the future. Obviously, still super young, 24 years old, probably our wide receiver one of the future. We have Mike Williams here, who has superstar development. He's a big X receiver, a guy who can just go up and get it. 6'4", 88 catching, 94 catching traffic. He made a living with Justin Herbert just catching those go balls. We also have guys like Alan Lazard, who's not going to be here for the future. Malachi Corley's interesting, kind of like a gadget player, could be interesting. Probably just a returner at first, but if he can end up getting a star development, I could see him playing in the slot for us. Olu Fashanu is definitely going to be a big part of this. I kind of want him to play and start developing. I can't play him over Tyron Smith. Maybe I'll just throw my right tackle. They should keep my left tackle in real life. I thought about putting him at guard right there, but he's just not a guard. But just for developmental purposes in the game, I'm going to put him at right tackle just so he can play a little bit to start getting his overall a little bit higher. Conklin, okay. Elijah Vera Tucker is going to be a big part of the future here. Obviously, young guard, elite guard, 25 years old. Again, pretty good there. So he's probably going to be here for this whole rebuild. The center, also Tibman. He's probably going to be here for a while. He's 23 years old. Obviously, he's still developing. He's going to be a good player for us. All right, defensively, I mean, they have Hassan Reddick, who is, if I'm being honest, just kind of being a little bitch. He didn't really play, and now he's deciding to play when they're 2-5 or whatever, or 2-6 or whatever they are. Like, that sucks. I mean, he just got paid a couple $1 million to play on a losing football team, so that sucks. He just scammed the shit out of Jets fans. Quentin Williams, obviously, elite interior rusher, defensive player. He's going to be a superstar for this team. He already is technically a superstar, but he's going to be a big part of the defensive rebuild. He's going to get paid, and he's going to be good. Sauce Gardner, you can't talk about this team without talking about Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed, but Sauce Gardner, especially one of the best young corners in the league. I did just get rounded up by Keyshawn Booty. Patriots fan, my bad. All right, I'm stopping. Quincy Williams, 28 years old, 86 overall. He's going to be a part of this rebuild probably for the near future, although he's 28, so I'm not sure how many more years he's going to have left, but definitely on our team right now. He's going to have a big spot for us. CJ Mosley is a trade candidate. I know he's a captain in real life, and he's a really good player, but at 32 years old, he's only going down in Madden. So for that purpose, he may get traded. I'm not quite sure yet because he is pretty high overall, but we'll see. Jermaine Johnson, 25 years old, hasn't developed, I think, quite the way they wanted him to, but he's not a bad football player. He's pretty, average. So we'll see about that. Definitely going to look for new safeties to help out the secondary. Javon Kinlaw obviously also hasn't developed the way that they wanted him to. So we'll see. A lot of holes on this team, but also a lot of really, really good players with good potential. So I'm excited to start the rebuild. We'll see what they can do for the rest of the season. Depending on whether we can come back and make the playoffs, that's definitely going to determine the future of Aaron Rodgers on this football team. The Jets only won 3 games down the stretch. They end 5-12 on an 87 overall team. That's unheard of. Aaron Rodgers still did his thing, though. 4,000 yards, 36 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, which is quite a lot, though. Breece Hall, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns, 4.4 per carry. That's pretty good. Braylon Allen, I didn't really talk about, but he could also be a part of the future here. Just as a nice power back. Garrett Wilson, wow, Davante Adams didn't really have a great year. 8 touchdowns, though. Mike Williams, 9 touchdowns, 700 yards. Pretty much what we expected there from the receiving core. Oluwashanu led up 7 sacks in the second half of the season. Not that bad. That's pretty bad, actually. Will McDonald led the team in sacks with 8, 5.5 for Quincy Williams, Javon Kinlaw with 5 interceptions for Sauce Gardner, Eccles 2, DJ Reed 2, CJ Mosley 2, and a couple ones to go around. All right, let's get into our first offseason here, rebuilding the Jets. Okay, 4 upgrades here for Oluwashanu. And at just 21 years old, Oluwashanu has superstar development. This is huge for his development, and he's obviously going to be the left tackle of the future for this team. All right, the Kansas City Chiefs win against the Packers in the Super Bowl. No Jets in the early wars. All right, now so the no-brainer here. Obviously, Sauce Gardner, we're going to accept his 5th-year option. DJ Reed, 28 years old, still a player who we're absolutely going to want in this rebuild. 20 million. We do have $50 million after this. I think 20 million over 3 seems like a pretty fair deal, and he's back, so that's nice. Garrett Wilson, 30 million. We're gonna accept it. He's a huge part to our future. Mike Williams, at this point, he's 30. He didn't really do crazy much for this year. He is a good X receiver, but I just don't think he's gonna be worth the money he's asking for, so we're gonna move on from him. Hassan Reddick, who they gave money to in real life. I don't want to do it. We're going to circle back to it. Jermaine Johnson, we will accept his $13 million 5th-year option. All right, we're going to let Tyron Smith walk. It is $22 million, which isn't that bad for a tackle, but we're going to give Oluwashanu the reins to that. Morgan Moses is 34 years old, so moving on from him. All right, Kinlaw for like $6.5 million for a year. I'm honestly fine with that, just as a backup defensive tackle. All right, if we can get Conklin for like a cheaper 2-year deal instead of like 3, then I'm completely fine with that. Davante Adams, I wasn't gonna bring him back, but honestly, this contract is so affordable, I wouldn't even mind giving it to him. And he's coming back. Everyone else here, I'm pretty much fine with. So we're trying to get younger. We have $30 million going into free agency to try to upgrade this team. All right, Aaron Rodgers is an 82 overall. That's with morale. He's really a 78 overall. I think that math comes out to me, maybe 79. We're going to look to see, and a normal depth. So we're going to look to see if we can get a trade package for the 41-year-old washed star. Hall of Famer, though. No disrespect. All right, so we're going to send Aaron Rodgers to the Los Angeles Raiders. I feel like this is a good spot for him. Tom Brady's now the owner, so maybe he has a say in that, getting his old man in there. But we're going to get 2 third-round picks and backup tight end Michael Mayer, who's only 24 years old and still has potential. They obviously have Brock Bowers, so he's not getting the opportunity he deserves. So here in New York, he will, because he's going to be tight end 1 for us. So I think this is a good thing. We're going to get a young tight end, and we're going to get 2 mid-round picks. I think this is probably the most we're going to get for him anyway, anywhere else. So I'm pretty happy with this trade. And let's go try to find our quarterback of the future. All right, we're going to No, I'm just kidding. All right, we're going to offer Will Hernandez here. He's only 29 years old. He does have normal development, but I think at an 80 overall, he can make a good difference at guard for us. Okay, so we see Jamin Davis here, which I don't see him playing end for us, but with his athletic ability, he has like 88 speed. He's not much of a rusher, but I think he could potentially be playing outside linebacker for us. So we're going to give him a nice cheap offer, see if he wants to accept that. Okay, so we did just sign our free safety back, but I think a strong safety is still a big need. So Justin Reed here, we're going to give him this offer right. No, we're not. All right, so we're not going to get Jamin Davis, but we are going to get Will Hernandez. We'll look around one more time to see if there's any other free agent signings we may want. Other than that, we'll probably just get straight to the draft and rebuild through that. I'm currently looking at the salaries, and I was wondering why we didn't have a lot of money. And Davante Adams is taking up a lot, and the penalty is not much. After thinking about it, I don't think he would really even want to be here after his boy Aaron Rodgers left. He's at the point in his career where he really just wants to win, and we are in a rebuilding spot right now. So I think we're going to look for trade options for Davante Adams to try to gain more assets to get better and even younger. We're going to send him to the Eagles, and we're going to get a 2nd-round pick and a 4th-round pick of this year's draft. NFL draft, 2025 NFL draft. We have the 6th overall pick, so we're going to look at this, see if we want to trade up, see what we want to do with the pick. Let's take a look at the board. Luther Burden, obviously we need a wide receiver. We did just trade away Davante Adams. Is that our number 1 need? Probably a quarterback. We're going to look to see where these quarterbacks are going to fall, if there's any ones we're going to be interested in. Carson Beck, Shadur Sanders, obviously a 1st-round pick. Jalen Milroe, not sure about that one. Not sure about Quinn Ewers either. Oh, man, these are tough. I feel like it's either going to have to be Carson Beck or Shadur Sanders for me. I feel like Shadur could probably be the guy. I feel like he could be. I'm not sure, though. Let's keep looking at all these options. Ashton Genty, anyone? So many good receivers, man. Luther Burden, Travis Hunter, Ted McMillan, Emeka Ibuka. I don't know if I'm saying that right. We did just trade for Michael Mayer, so I think tight ends are kind of out of it. Will Campbell, Kelvin Banks, good tackle options, even though I heard that they could be interior players in the NFL. We'll see. All right, I don't think we're going to trade up because we did just trade away a bunch of assets. So let's just get to our pick and see who's available at that spot. Travis Hunter with the pick before us. So sitting here at number 6, we have some very good options. No quarterback has gone off the board here. We have our pick of the litter if we want a quarterback. Obviously, Denzel Burke and cornerbacks. Will Johnson, cornerbacks, really good. But at this point, I kind of feel like we have to go quarterback. We did just trade away Aaron Rodgers. It's our spot. It's either Carson Beck or Shadur Sanders. So let's take a look at both of them and see who we want. Carson Beck ran 4.7. Short accuracy, under pressure, throw on the run. Good break set, good awareness. Okay. Shadur, let's take a peek here. Also ran 4.7, good accuracies, good juke move. Man, this is a tough decision. At the end of the day, who's going to be able to handle the New York media? I think if there's any place at primetime we want to send him, it would probably be New York. So Shadur Sanders, welcome to the Jets. All right. All right, here we are with our first pick in the second round. We have a pretty athletic outside linebacker. He has A power moves, A pursuit, A stamina. He also has B block shedding. For a second round pick, I think John Rivers can be pretty good. And we're currently at our second round pick, obviously the one that we got for Davante Adams. And I'm not seeing anything I like, so we're gonna look to see. We're gonna hit the trade market and see what we can get for this pick. Okay, so we're going to trade right here this second round pick, a 4th and a 5th round pick in exchange for a young right tackle and a 3rd round pick in return. We have 4 3rd round picks, so let's see if we can put these to work. All right, so we're going to take Dontrell Claxton. He has A finesse moves and B block shed. I think here in the 3rd round, he's a 1st to 2nd round talent, so I think this is a good selection for us, just best player available at this point. He's ranked 24 at true value when we draft him at 66, so I think this is a good pick for us. Next, we're going to take this middle linebacker. He ran a 4.5. He's very athletic. He has A hit power, C play rec, B man coverage, A zone coverage. So I think he's just going to be a good piece where we could play pretty much anywhere along the linebacker core. Okay, next I think we're going to take Byron Hill. He does have A press, but he also has A tackle and C zone coverage and B catching. So he's not too fast, but I think Byron Hill could potentially play strong safety for us because he has the build for it. Not very high value, but again, I think we're going to play him at safety instead of corner, because he is 6'1", 206, so hidden development, obviously pretty solid pick there. I didn't like anything else we got for the rest of our picks, so we're going to trade away this 3rd, 4th, and a 6th this year in order for a 2nd next year so we can have more assets down the road. Here is our draft class. Obviously, our 1st round pick, Shadur Sanders, here coming in at 23 years old, 6'2", 215, hidden development, 75 overall. Looks pretty good with his accuracies. 91 throw power is plenty up. 80 speed. This is going to be enough to get it done at this level, so I'm very excited for our new QB1 of New York. We also have John Rivers, who is our 2nd round pick, I believe. Right here, he has 78 power moves, so hopefully he can develop. Unfortunately, he has normal development. Dontrell Claxton was another pick of ours, 21 years old, also normal development, which is unfortunate, but he has 79 finesse moves, so hopefully one of these 2nd round picks can develop. 21 years old, middle linebacker, Kenny Gentry, has 87 speed, 82 tackle, 84 hit power, 91 acceleration, good pursuit. I think he's going to be a good spot for us. Hopefully he can also develop. This is all about development right now for the New York Jets. Okay, he's currently at a 68 overall, but the hidden development makes it pretty good. So we're going to move him to strong safety and see what his overall would be right now. After moving to strong safety, he's still 68 overall, but I'm very optimistic about his hidden development. Let's get into the next season. Okay, he's 33 years old and he's only going down from here. And we also just drafted a good rookie middle linebacker. So we're going to look for a place for CJ Mosley to land. Okay, so we're getting this offer here, Jordan Davis and a 6th round pick. I think that's probably the best we're going to get. So we're going to accept this offer and get our backup defensive tackle and a 6th round pick on top. All right, here is the team for year number 2. Obviously, Shadur at quarterback, Breece Hall. Then we have Garrett Wilson, Alan Lazar, and then we're going to have Malachi Corley in the slot. The offensive line looks completely revamped. Maybe not as good, but definitely younger. Olushano Hernandez, Tippmann, Vera Tucker, and Lucas. Michael Mayer is going to be our starting tight end. So receiver is probably the biggest need right now on offense, but I think we're going to be okay. Gentry, obviously the new middle linebacker, going to be starting here. Claxton or Rivers needs to establish themselves as a future starter here. Williams, obviously, I think the defensive line now looks elite right here with McDonald, the addition of Davis, Quentin Williams, and Johnson. I think corners are going to be definitely good enough. Definitely going to need some more depth there. Michael Carter probably playing the slot. We have Adams, who we just extended, and we have I was going to say freshman, the rookie Hill. His name is Byron Hill, who's I think is going to be pretty good for us. He's a little old at 23, but we're going to see. Let's see how year 2 goes. All right, the expectations for the season are not too high with the rookie quarterback. We are going to try to commit to our goal of making the playoffs, but obviously that's just a goal. So let's see how year 2 goes. Okay, a 9-8 record. We did not make the playoffs, but a 9-8 record for the first year with a rookie quarterback. I feel like that's really good. Okay, let's check out the stats. Okay, honestly, this isn't bad at all. 3,700 yards, which is like 220 per game. That's not that bad. 38 touchdowns is awesome. 14, that's a little bit, but for a rookie, honestly, this is totally workable. Shedeur is obviously the quarterback of the future here. Breece Hall murdered it. 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns, averaged, wow, only 1 fumble as well. Shedeur kind of did his thing on the ground a little bit too. Okay. Malachi Corley, wow, led the team in receiving, also had 8 touchdowns. Garrett Wilson needs to be better with 860, 9 touchdowns. Corley was in the slot, so that could be why. Lazar, 600, definitely going to need another wide receiver 1, potentially, maybe wide receiver 2 if Garrett Wilson decides to step up. Michael Mayer, 600, need more touchdowns out of him, but honestly, that's not that bad. Woo! 14 sacks for Olu Fashanu. Genty led the team. The rookie led the team in tackles, 136. That's awesome. Let's check out these sacks here. 12 for Jermaine Johnson. Quentin Williams, 8.5. Will McDonald, 3.5. Okay, so the rookies didn't do much. Claxton down here with 1 sack. That's okay. It's okay. It's just year 1. Here we go. Defensively, though, 6 interceptions. Genty had 3. Love that. Looks like the middle linebacker is really making a name for himself. TJ Reed with 3. 9 from your top 2 corners. You'd love to see it. 10 upgrade points for Shedeur Sanders. Superstar development. Let's go. This is huge for him. I'll see you guys when I upgrade all these. We'll see his final overall going into the offseason. All right, an 89 overall with morale and 87 overall without morale. I think Shedeur Sanders, after year 1, is already one of the best quarterbacks in the league. This is so exciting. We can actually see where he is. He's in the top 5% of quarterbacks. That is elite here after his rookie year. Shedeur Sanders is a superstar, no doubt. Cannot wait to see how he develops the rest of the way. I wonder if either of these guys, him or Genty, end up winning Rookie of the Year. All right, and after 1 year, Genty goes up to an 81 overall. Star development. He looks like a star. I'm glad we moved off of CJ Mosley. Obviously, that's a big thing for Jets fans, but we definitely made the right decision here as he developed beautifully. I think we could be Super Bowl contenders next year. Our middle linebacker, Kenny Gentry, ended up winning Rookie of the Year. Unfortunately, Shedeur didn't to Emeka Ubuka, and the Eagles just beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. That's pretty cool. A little rematch there. But big important thing, our middle linebacker, obviously I'm assuming now is going to have superstar development, so let's go quickly take a peek at that. Star still after winning Rookie of the Year. It's kind of crazy. But regardless, he looks like a stud, so I'm really excited. Okay, we have $100 million. Oh, you guys can't see that. Okay, we have $100 million. You guys can see, right? Like, there. Breece Hall is one of the best young running backs in the NFL, still only 25 years old. A lot of running backs don't get a second contract. We're going to give him this one right here, 4 years, extending him for good money, so I'm excited about that one. Here we go, Elijah Vera Tucker. Honestly, I'm giving him whatever he wants. Let's get him back in the building, 5 years. Boom, big offer for Elijah Vera Tucker. Get back in the building. Jordan Travis, another player who I want to bring back. I think 3 to 4 years, honestly, is fine. I think this is a good contract for him. Boom, he's back in the building. Quincy Williams. Woo. So much money to hand out here. I think like a 2-year deal. If he doesn't accept this, I don't think it's the end of the world. I think we can look potentially franchise tag him, but we'll come back to that. Abraham Lucas, who ended up playing pretty well last year. I think this is a pretty fair contract for him. I'll give him something like that. He's going to play for a new team. We'll see about that. Will McDonald. We will... how many stats? Let me quickly just remind myself how many sacks he had. 3.5. 18 million. We're going to think on it. Everyone else, we're pretty much good. So we really have these 3 players right here. If we want to potentially franchise tag one of these guys for 28, or 24 million. I think we're going to look to bring these guys back in free agency. Okay, so about bringing back Quincy Williams, he's expected to get $18 million. I'm going to be going about $5 million cheaper for a younger player of 3 years in Davante Adams. We'll see if he accepts that contract. We need another receiver. Wan'Dale Robinson's here, but he is 5'8", and we kind of already have our slot receiver in Malachi Corley, who had a pretty good year last year. As for tackle, I think we're going to look to bring back Abraham Lucas here. For now, those are going to be our only offers. We'll see if they accept. We're going to get Davante Adams, but we're not going to get the tackle, so we're going to see who else is available there. Boom. Boom. I think our needs right now is getting a wide receiver 2, probably a Z receiver or X receiver, because I think Garrett Wilson could play either. Corley will probably stay in the slot. We need a right tackle, so right tackle, X or Z receiver. Oh, Hill lost his development, so potentially safety. Honestly, I think we're okay here at linebacker. Claxton was our second-round pick last year. I think deep line is good. I think maybe a depth corner. But honestly, I think safety in order. I think it's tackle, receiver, strong safety, depth corner. We're going to go send a 4th-round pick over to the Broncos in exchange for Mike McGlinchey. He's not the youngest player, but I do think he's going to be good enough here, just kind of as a stopgap right tackle for this year, and it's only a 4th-round pick. So the Bengals have Emeka Egbuka, who has superstar X factor. He's 23 years old. I feel like they're not really going to be looking to extend T. Higgins and to keep T. Higgins. He's obviously been available all this offseason, so why wouldn't he be now that he's up for a contract and everything? So I'm going to be looking to try to trade for T. Higgins here to be our X receiver. Garrett Wilson will go to Z. Corley will be in the slot. Big trade here. I know it looks like a lot of assets, but I really don't think we gave up too much. So we gave up our 3rd-round pick from last year, Rivers, who isn't really getting playing time because we ended up drafting a 2nd-round pick right before that in Claxton. So, and then we're trading our backup left tackle, who doesn't really have a spot on the team. A 2nd-round pick, who we have 2 2nd-round picks this year because we traded one away last year because we had so many 3rd-round picks. And then we have a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th, some this year, some next year. I think this is a good trade to be able to get our true X receiver. It's going to open up more for one-on-ones for Garrett Wilson and Malachi Corley. Alan Lazar isn't really going to play for us, so we're going to release him and get $4 million. 2026 draft. Okay, we have pick number 18, so let's get straight to that pick. This isn't just a random draft class, so it's not like 2026 or any real players. Okay, so we've addressed a lot of our spots, and this is a depth corner piece, but we're going to be taking him in the 1st round at pick number 18. He runs a 4.39. He has B zone coverage, B tackle, B press. He does have C man coverage, but I think Julius Kidd, the 5'10", 191-pound, 21-year-old, will make a good addition to this team. For our next selection, we're going to be taking free safety, who's going to convert to strong safety. He has A hit power, B tackle, B play rag. I think he's going to be pretty good. He's not crazy athletic, but he is 6'3", 207. So I'm excited for him to be our new strong safety. We did take him 51 when he was supposed to be at 50, so we took him pretty much in the range he's supposed to go in. To the end of the draft. Here we go. Julius Kidd was our 1st round selection. Hidden development, that's huge. Ratings, 92 speed, 78 zone coverage. He looks like he can definitely develop. He's obviously going to be a depth corner for this year, but potentially after this year, he could work his way into that rotation. We expect to be our starting strong safety this year. 89 speed, decent zone coverage, 88 hit power. That's definitely enough hit power to play strong safety. Let's see how the team looks for year 3. Okay, here is the team for year number 2/3. I feel like the offensive line still pretty good. McGlinchey comes in at right tackle. Mayer progressing well. We have T. Higgins at X, Garrett Wilson at Z, Malachi Corley in the slot. Breece Hall, superstar. Shadur Sanders, year 2, already an 88 overall, superstar. Maybe MVP this year, who knows? Defensively, we're going to be looking at, obviously, Sauce, DJ Reed. We have the rookie corner here as the 3rd corner, but we're going to have Carter playing the slot, so he's really going to be the 3rd corner. So the rookie's going to be getting he's going to be getting action at backup safety, so he's going to be playing, especially when Henson goes and plays in the box. We have Genty, obviously, the 2nd year, Claxton, the 2nd year, Davante Adams, the free agent. Defensive line speaks for itself. McDonald, Davis, Quinton Williams, Starr, and Jermaine Johnson. Our goal last year was to make the playoffs, but our goal for this year is to win it all. I feel like we have a team that can win a playoff game and potentially any my game is scratched. That's awesome. All right, so thankfully it didn't lose everything, so we're good. We're still in the exact same spot we were. So let's simulate now to midseason, and we'll see how we're doing. Let's evaluate them. 3-4 at the midseason mark. Not exactly what we're expecting, although Miami is 6-0. So that's interesting. I don't know. I'm also seeing in the top right here a little quarterback battle right above me. No idea what that's at about because they are 6-0. Let's hope we can make the playoffs. Let's send to it right now. 5-12. What in the hell happened? 22 interceptions for Shedeur Sanders. What in the hell even happened? Oh my gosh, 22 interceptions is crazy. T. Higgins, 875, 7 touchdowns. Malachi Corley. Garrett Wilson is not stepping up. He needs to be a receiver 1. Oh my gosh. Olu Fashanu, 17 sacks. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Our strong safety Henson led the team in tackles. 9 sacks. Sack production really dropped off after Quick Williams. Not getting a crazy amount of turnovers. Tony Adams, DJ Reed. Where's Sauce? Only 1 interception for Sauce. Oh man, we have a lot of reevaluating to do this offseason. 5-12 is unbelievable. I thought we were going to be a Super Bowl contender this year. All right, I'm upgrading just field general here for Shedeur Sanders. My thought is that it upgrades his accuracies, which less interceptions. I don't know. We have no Jets in the yearly awards. All right, as you guys can see, right there, 112 million, plenty of money to spend. Let's start off here. Sauce Gardner, congratulations, buddy. I'm paying you whatever the hell you want. You're the best corner right now in the league. Let's just give it to him. Fuck it. Make it 7 years, 250. Fuck it. Ah, man. Garrett Wilson honestly hasn't been as productive as we need him to be, but 4 years, 106. I will pay him. Olu Fashanu, 17. There goes all of our money. Our center developed really, really nicely. He's going to get paid as well. Whatever you want, just take it. Michael Mayer, another guy we need to pay. Oh, man, this looks fair to me. There it is. Will McDonald. That's fine, honestly. I'm not really worried about that. Everyone else, I'm pretty much good with. And after having 112 million after those extensions, 30. And that's without Will McDonald, who we're probably going to look to bring back in free agency. Jermaine Johnson. I can't do it. That would send us so negative, man. All right, just look at the salaries. There's really no moves for us to make here in free agency. We have $7 million, and we're going to end up having some holes. We're going to need to figure some shit out in the draft or trading for players. Ooh, man, we have to find a way to get better after a 5-12, very unfortunate season. Pick number 3 overall. Let's see if there's any immediate players that we can take to immediately upgrade our team. All right, first thought here is looking at this right tackle because we did let up a lot of sacks this last year. He's very athletic, good lead block, good run blocker. It just seems like the pass blocking just isn't there, which isn't really what we're looking for. All right, I'm really not seeing anybody that's worth a top 3 pick. I do see a couple decent players. I think quarterbacks are probably going to go here at the top, but I wonder what we could get for this draft pick because we are in win now mode anyways. So let's go look at some offers. Okay, massive trade. We're going to be trading away our first round pick, number 3 overall, in exchange for a 23-year-old superstar X-Factor right end, which is a need for us, and also a young, I believe 24-year-old right guard who's one of the better young guards in the league, as well as a 3rd round pick in exchange for obviously number 3 overall and a 4th round pick. I think this is a really good trade for us. We're going to get elite even more on defense, fill another need on offense. Okay, another trade. We obviously had 2 3rd round picks this year, so we're going to give up a 2nd, 2 3rds, and a 2nd 2 years from now for one of the best young free safeties in the league and one of the best right tackles in the entire league. We're getting better to win right now this season. Shedeur Sanders, year 3. Let's go. Here's the offense. We have now Darnell Wright and McLeod at right guard. So the right side of the line looks really good. The center looks really good. The left side of the line looks really good. This is definitely the best line we've had. Also still pretty young. Michael Mayer is our tight end at an 81 overall, because I know you guys can't see that. Garrett Wilson, T. Higgins at X, Wilson at Z, Malachi Corley in the slot. Breece Hall, 94 overall, superstar. Shedeur Sanders, 90 overall, superstar in year 3. The offense looks very good. I have no doubts that this year is the year for the offense. Defensively, here we go. Starks, obviously, we just traded for him. Hence, in the second year coming in, hopefully he gets even better. He's an 80 overall because I know you guys can't see that right now. We have Claxton, who's our second round pick from like 2 years ago. Genti, Adafe, oh wait. We traded for this right end right here. He's almost a 90 overall. Superstar. We have Quentin Williams, superstar. Davis, Jermaine Johnson. We're going to start here. We're going to have our first round pick from last year goes up to superstar development. We're going to put him as our second corner, and then DJ Reed is going to be our third corner just because we're planning for the future. Huge additions, great team. I'm very excited. Super Bowl this year, 100%. Let's go. We're sitting straight to the playoffs. No mid-season mark this time. I'm really excited. This is the fucking year. I said it. Here we go. Jets fans, we back. I'm not a Jets fan, but y'all back. A playoff appearance, 10-7, a 89 overall team, a 91 overall defense, 89 overall offense. We will play division rivals, also 10-7, Miami Dolphins. Let's take a look at the stats before we hop in to our first playoff game of the entire video. Shadur! 4,700 yards, 50-10, 71% completion percentage. Are you kidding me? 1,107 for Breece Hall. Malachi Corley, 1,300 yards. Somehow, Garrett Wilson, 1,000. T. Higgins is 900. Mayer, 900. 7 touchdowns. Look at those touchdowns. That is beautiful. Oluvijano only letting up 5 on the left tackle. Love to see that. Sack-wise, 14.5 for Quentin Williams. Jermaine Johnson, 8. Pierce, only 6, but not too bad overall. Interceptions-wise, 4 for Henderson, 4 for Sauce. Tackle-wise, Genti led the team. Man, look at that boy Shadur. 98 overall. I know it's with morale, but stop it. Stop it. No, he's not a 99. I really wanted to get to the 99. James Pierce Jr., he's got edge rusher, edge threat. It's over. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's head in to our first playoff game. Let's head to this playoff game and see how we go. All right, here we go. 0-0. 3-0, we take the lead. Going into halftime, only up 3-0. Holy crap, up 10. 10-7. 7-3. 14. Let's hop in. We have to hop in right now to save this game. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Down by 4 with 21 seconds. We need a touchdown. Oh my gosh, that corner and up by T. Higgins looks quite nice. Okay, we're gonna take the Garrett Wilson. We gotta get it out of bounds. There it is. Okay, wait. We still have 3 timeouts. We can still throw this ball over the middle. Here we go. It is time to lock in for the Jets fans who have not seen a playoff win in who knows how long. Here we go. Pressure coming in. Just gonna throw this dig route. Caught by Malachi Corley. A huge clutch catch. What a dime by Shadur, who looks like a stud in these New York Jets jerseys, I might add, because this could happen in real life if the Jets really start losing games. Number 2 does look good on him here. Am I glazing? Anyways, here we go. Big play here. Another one. Garrett Wilson. Beautiful throw. 6 seconds left. First and 10. We still have 1 timeout. We could still complete a pass inbounds here if we technically wanted to. T. Higgins up the through his hands. 3 seconds left. Oh my gosh. 3 seconds left. 3 seconds left. All right, let's call a timeout. Let's reevaluate. All right. Whole game on the line. Shadur Sanders looking at his first playoff potential win. Coming out here. No! A failure of a game. Another season coming up short. The pressure came in immediately. Shadur did not have a good game here in his first playoff appearance. 1 touchdown, only 160 yards. Oh, man. On to next season. $75 million in cap room. Most of that is going to be going away. James Pierce, obviously, we're going to accept this. Shadur, we're obviously going to accept this. 50 fucking million. Quentin Williams, here we go. Low risk. He needs to get paid. He's got to get paid. There it is. Quentin Williams, you're back. All right, Darnell Wright will take priority here. Come on. What? All right, well, you're not, buddy. You're back. Fuck you. T. Higgins, he honestly hasn't even been great for us, but I would like to bring him back if possible. We'll go like a medium kind of risk here. Just come back. Oh my God, we have no money. We have $6 million left. This is going to be really hard. Let's go check salaries to see if there's any ways we can create space. Can't make space really anywhere. Last year was really... Oh man, this is going to be brutal. All right, with $6 million, we're going to be able to try to bring back Malachi Corley here. All right, we get DJ Reed back, which now leaves us with $10,000 left in cap room. We are going to have to find a way to make this team better with no money. It's going to take a real genius GM. Let's see if I can do it. Okay, good news. Our offensive line is still put together. Michael Mayer is an 85 overall, and he has superstar development, so even better for him. We have, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, one of the best running backs in the league, solid receiver. We need to get more receivers. That's number one priority right now, is figure out how to get other receivers. Defensively, cornerbacks are great. Defensive line is great. Honestly, potentially another left outside linebacker, but really, if we can upgrade heavy at receiver somehow, I think that's what we're going to need to put us over the top to make us a true Super Bowl contender. Huge trade here. We are trading away DJ Reed, our slot corner, who's aging, our backup defensive tackle, Davis, a extra receiver, a first and 2 second-round picks for 98 overall, Justin Jefferson, the best receiver in the league. We had to make moves here this way. We moved some big contracts like Davis and DJ Reed in order to create cap room for one of the best receivers in the NFL, and we're giving up future assets, but you can't overpay for the best receiver in the league. Another big trade here. We're trading away our right tackle and 3 third-round picks, a 5th and a 7th, in order to get a defensive tackle back from the defensive tackle we just traded. And then we're also getting a slot cornerback, which obviously we just traded DJ Reed. And we're getting a right tackle, so we're downgrading at right tackle, but then we're filling the 2 needs at defensive tackle and corner that we traded for Justin Jefferson. And we're giving away a bunch of third-round picks and some excess late-round picks. I think this is good. I'm not sure if we're going to do a little more, but you guys will see by the next cut. We have $9 million left after our recent trades, which actually ended up opening up spots so we can sign 1 receiver in here. We're looking for our slot. I feel like it's really either Ricky Pearsall. We're going to bring back Malachi Corley. He's been very good for us. So let's give him pretty much as much money as we can to bring him back. And I believe this is going to finish off the team for this year. I think we have a couple draft picks. I'm not sure we're going to do it. And we got Malachi Corley back. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is the best I could have possibly done for this offseason. I think we've even upgraded from last year. What we need is a running back and a backup running back and a backup fullback. Other than that, a backup running back and a starting fullback. Other than that, I think I'm good. All right, this is going to be the guy. 4.36 speed as our backup running back. Is he going to be good? I have no idea. He's a potential undrafted free agent. The fullback, which I believe will, rank to 72. That's pretty good, actually. Here we go. The one last final ditch attempt to go win a Super Bowl here in year, 4 or 5. Shadur Sanders, superstar X Factor, 95 overall, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Breece Hall, one of the best running backs in the league. Justin Jefferson, the new acquisition, no superstar X Factor, but a 98 overall. And then we have Garrett Wilson, and then we have Malachi Corley in the slot. Olufushanu, Elijah Vera Tucker, Tittman, McLeod, and we traded away Darnell Wright and got Peterson, which is a 5 overall downgrade, but obviously getting Justin Jefferson hopefully helps with that. Michael Mayer, superstar, Eric All as the backup, and the new fullback and running back that we drafted. Defensively, Sauce Gardner, Kidd, we lost DJ Reed. Again, I think this is a 4 or 5 overall downgrade, but getting Justin Jefferson was worth it. So he's going to be our slot corner. We have Starks, one of the best young free safeties in the league. Henson, who we drafted. Claxton, who we drafted. Owe, who we picked up in free agency. Genty, who we drafted and became a superstar. One of the best young edge rushers in the league. 24 years old. James Pierce. He has edge start now. He should be able to ball the heck out. So I really hope so. And then Quentin Williams, Thompson. You guys see the team. Look, this is it. This is the final year. If it's done, then Jets, I failed you. But I do not think that's going to happen. Super Bowl or bust. No matter what, let's sim to not the midseason mark, but the playoffs. All right, no filter. You guys are going to see this in the exact same time that I do. My pure reaction. If we do not make the playoffs, the video ends immediately. And I say not another word. Week 18. Here we go. This is the best team we've ever had. It's not close. It's not close. Da, 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 da. I don't know if you guys can pick this up because on voice isolation mode. 11-6. It's a wild card appearance. I'm not mad. We're a 90 overall team. We should have 4,600 yards, 45 and 13. Nothing we expect less from a star quarterback. 1,014 touchdowns. Love that from you, Grace. 1,322 touchdowns for Justin Jefferson. Garrett Wilson, 1,007. Malachi Corley did enough. Oh man. Oh my God, it feels so good.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Pause. 6 interceptions for Sauce, 4 for BJ Starks, 16 for Justice Thomas. We traded for him, but thinking he was a downgrade. He got 16 sacks. Are you kidding? Quentin Williams, 10.5, only 5.5 for Pierce Jr. That's very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hop in to the playoff game against the Raiders. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Start off to the first wildcard game, down 7-0, tied 7-7. We have the ball, we lose the ball. Here it is, halftime. Now we're up 14-10, entering the fourth quarter. Can we hold on? We can! And we, for the first time, are going to the divisional round of the playoffs. Not even a great game for Shadur, but best thing is, he gets to make it up in the next one. Against the 88 overall, 14-3 Buffalo Bills. Divisional matchup. Let's go. Here we go. To go to the AFC Championship game, start up 7-0, ended the first quarter still 7-0, 10-0, up to double digits now. Now it's a one possession game, up 10, 17-3, 17-9, 24-9, 24-16. They get the ball back. It's over. We are going to the AFC Championship game. A way better game here for Shadur. 250, 70% completion, 3 touchdowns, no picks to the AFC Championship game. In order to go to the Super Bowl, we have to beat Lamar Jackson and the defending champs, actually, Baltimore Ravens. Here we go. AFC Championship game. Shadur Sanders. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. First quarter, 7-0. We're down. Here we go. Come on, New York. Score back. Down 14. Need some points here. There it is. 7-0. We scored right before halftime. We tied up 14-14. Ooh, we go up by 7 with a minute and 25 left. Here we go. Ooh, I'm nervous to have the ball. We're going to hop in, and we're going to hopefully ensure that we win this game. Here we go. Oh my gosh. 17 seconds. The clock is running. They're going to need to score very fast here. Clock running down. They do have 3 timeouts. They're not going to use any. Here we go. Going to throw. We need to make the tackle. Huge tackle. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Massive play here. Massive player, 6 seconds. They need a touchdown to tie the game. He throws it out to the flat. Sauce Gardner is there. They call a timeout. They have 3 seconds left. Enough time for one play. Oh my gosh. Enough time for one play. We get a stop, and the New York Football Jets are going to the Super Bowl. Here we go. Lamar Jackson tries to run it himself. Hits sacked, and it is over. The New York Jets are going back to the Super Bowl for the first time in who knows how long. Shadur threw for 186 and 2 touchdowns. Lamar Jackson did not do enough, and the Jets defense comes up clutch. Here we go. New York, you are Super Bowl bound. Super Bowl week, we do have a couple upgrades here. Michael Mayer goes up to Superstar X Factor. Justin Jefferson goes up to Superstar. Somehow he didn't even have it beforehand. Let's see anything else. Henson goes up to Superstar. Starks goes up to Superstar X Factor. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the Super Bowl, the New York Jets are taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Let's get this Super Bowl underway. New York, let's do this. All right, here we go. This is a massive moment. New York, for the first time since 1969, they have a chance to come out and win the Super Bowl. They will receive the opening kickoff. Here we go. To simulation. Let's see what happens here. Okay, it is underway officially. 3-0 start. New York strikes first. They get a touchdown back. Now it's 9-7. An extra point was missed. 16-7. They score a touchdown back, or a field goal back. 16-10. Fourth quarter coming down to the wire. 1 second. Here we go. 1 second left. This is the game right here. Oh my gosh. 1 second left. Super Bowl on the line. Brock Purdy in the shotgun. He's going to throw short. Probably trying to play the lateral game, and it's over. What an awful decision by Brock Purdy. But the New York Jets win the Super Bowl here in year 5 or 6 of the rebuild. Jets fans, it wasn't what you wanted it to be with Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams, but it happened eventually. Here you go. It takes a lot. You guys have to be patient, but here we are. Wow, an absolutely beautiful Super Bowl win. It must be happy to see these 49ers fans with tears running down their face. Shedeur Sanders, a Super Bowl champion. Breece Hall finally gets it. Elijah Vera Tucker, Quentin Williams, all of the guys that hopefully you guys wanted to see get the Super Bowl, get it. You see right here, that's forgot what I named the coach, Skippity Toilet or something like that. He's going to get his first Super Bowl, and there it is. It's absolutely beautiful. Shedeur threw for 252, 80% completion, and 2 touchdowns in a 16-10 victory. As we saw, 252 and 2 touchdowns for Shedeur Sanders. Breece Hall, 36 on the ground. Michael Mayer led the team with 88 and a touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 40 and a touchdown. 47, 60 for Malachi Corley in the slot. Defensively, no interceptions. We did have Quentin Williams with 2 massive sacks here in the Super Bowl. Justice Thomas also got one. Tackles led by Jason Hicks, the slot cornerback that we traded for. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do it. Let's see who won Super Bowl MVP. Skippity Sigma. That's who the head coach was. As if there's any surprise, Shedeur Sanders wins Super Bowl MVP. The Jets get their 2nd Super Bowl first one since 1969. So congratulations, Jets fans. You will have to wait a couple years here till 2028, but it happens. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. As always, please leave a like, comment down below if you guys want to see another rebuild or any other videos you guys want to see from me. Till next time, peace.